pile of wolves around here. And they're due to come through here pretty quick. It's usually a 2-week cycle, sometimes more, depending on what they've ate. And I'm a little groggy today. When we did that live thing on YouTube last night, that was kind of fun. I wasn't really prepared. I was literally, admittedly, rushing. I literally figured out how to do it probably at 5:45. So I'll get it set up properly next time. I don't know when I'm going to do it again, but we'll do it again. And I'll get it set up next time. And, I'm going to, alright, so I had a guy email me a recording his friend in Fort Murray recorded, okay? Listen to this, and you know what? For some strange reason, it got messaged to me on Messenger through Facebook, and it won't save to my phone. And then Sarah figured out something, and she actually was able to text it to me onto my phone, but I could not save that video onto my phone to be able to transfer to the editing program to actually load up the video. I'm just going to record the sound off the TV with this camera right here, because this camera here records the stereo and very clear, obviously. Because I stopped using the cordless. It's too much of a pain in the ass having to set up those cordlesses sometimes to pick up a transmission from a power line or some kind of weird source somewhere, and then you got to edit up the sound. It just takes so long. So this camera is very, very good for recording the audio. Now, if you are listening to this via the podcast, thanks for supporting that. And obviously there's going to be some video, the video version of what you're listening on the Facts Podcast by Howtohunt.com. You'll be able to see that on the YouTube channel as well, if you wish. It's nothing exciting, just my ugly mug. And the podcast is available, I think, on 6 or 7 different distributors now and awaiting iTunes, Google Play. And I'm certain it'll go through shortly, if that's where you listen to your podcast. Now, but yeah, listen to this sound. You know, obviously I'm no audio expert. If somebody wants to dissect it and have a go at that, whatever, go ahead. Who knows? For all I know, it's a Tyrannosaurus sound taken from Jumanji or something. I don't know. But either way, if you have heard something like this, let us know about it in the comment section. And because I'll tell you what, if you heard something like this when you're in the deep woods of the north or anywhere, you're going to shit yourself. That's all there is to it. And that is not a bear. Okay? Getting back to a couple things I touched on yesterday in yesterday's live stream, I'm really going to try to encourage everybody to start acting like a community again and support each other and care about each other. The people who have taken the majority of the power from you are the ones, narcissists, who want that power, and they're willing to do anything to obtain that power. And it all starts with busting up that community and making it weak. And unfortunately now, with the majority of people out there, it's mainstream just to absolutely ignore, ridicule, laugh at, belittle, and make people shut up when something doesn't fit right with their narrative, or it just flat out scares them, you know? Anyway, another point I wanted to get across to everybody. Well, they're not good to you unloaded, are they? So anyway, but another point I want to get across to you guys, another thing I want to urge all of you to do is to start turning this shit show around and take it back. All right, it's just time to take it back. And I have a pile of information to share with everybody. But it's going to have to be baby steps. No matter how frustrated you are, it's going to have to be baby steps. Because, like I said before, we have to fix the damage that's been done first, and it's happened. Obviously, it's working. We're fixing it, and for all of you people that are impatient with me that already accept the existence of these things, well, what are you doing? What are you frustrated with me for? Spread the word. Help people get stronger again, and help people stand on their feet and support the shit out of them. You know, there's no sense in them. If you already know these things exist, what are you doing obsessing about it online? Get out there and make a difference, all right? But I'm going to share an email with you, all right? This email is forwarded to me, and this email basically documents exactly what some dark sons of bitches have done to good, hardworking, honest people who are dedicated to helping you understand this absolute frustrating topic. And this one particular woman was a pioneer in investigating and learning about these beings, sharing her wealth of knowledge. And there's a handful of people out there, dark sons of bitches, who absolutely went after her and annihilated her character and annihilated everything they could about her. They annihilated Bobby Short. They annihilated Melba Ketchum. These people have annihilated many good-hearted, honest, hardworking people. Okay? And we're going to bring this to light to you guys with first-hand knowledge. So, with the encouragement of the person who was involved with this email, listen to this one, okay? This is an email that was sent to our friend Scott Carpenter, and it's from Mary Green. Rest her soul. I've heard about Mary Green through many people, and she was an absolute sweetheart of an individual, very, very knowledgeable. And listen to this, okay? This is the late Mary Green warning me, quote, Scott, about MM and the BFRO. All right? Steve, below's an email string between Mary Green and I from 2011. It's long, so I'll cut her response down to where she's talking about Money Taker. Some background. Fox is a Sasquatch that was befriended by Janice Carter's grandfather. Fox lived on and around the farm for over 50 years. The time period that Mary is referring to is when Fox was regularly visiting the farm and at times even slept under the house in the root cellar. Money Taker knew this and had seen Fox before, and he knew he was on the property. I was asking about the rape that was documented in the book Mary Green and Janice Carter wrote together, 50 Years with Bigfoot, Tennessee Chronicles of Coexistence. That's the name of the book, all right? And yes, there is some dark things that have gone on with not all these things, but a handful of them, and things that people don't want to talk about. There's so many people out there that know about these things, and they know a lot more than they're willing to share just because it's such an untouchable topic to share with all of you. And I'm breaking those barriers now. It just doesn't matter. If it happened, we're going to share it. Also note the warning she gives me. You can tell they really messed with her over the years. Very sad. This string begins with my email, then Mary's response. Mary, I was reading the book where one of the Bigfoot raped a girl. Janice claimed that the boyfriend was blamed by local law enforcement. It was also claimed that DNA testing cleared the boyfriend and the case went unresolved. Also, Janice claims there were articles about it in local papers. Has any follow-up been done on this? Was there a police report? Did anyone try to find the articles? I would assume since the case went unsolved, it would be possible to get the DNA profile from the test. That would be Bigfoot DNA. Just wondering. I also want to ask if you had a chance to look for any of the videos you had from the Carter farm. I'm trying to put some things together to see if Bigfoot group at Baker's Creek are descendants, or even some actually individuals that lived on the Carter farm. I appreciate any help you can provide. I also read where Mr. Carter would give them M&Ms, I think. I may try that next time and go to the area. I hope your health is getting better. Talk to you soon, Scott. Here's a reply from Mary to Scott. Hi, Scott. I'll send what DNA info I have on this case. As far as the rape goes, it was indeed investigated and many tries led to a dead end. I spent hours at the library on newspaper articles that were supposedly from the time period involved. Lila, Janice's sister, was too young to remember this. A local man confirmed that a rape did happen in this area. Janice also claimed that the girl had gone to Moccasin Bend Mental Hospital. I've had to get off Facebook quite quickly. I began to have the same problems with the powers that be, and my phone is again tapped, and a few threats began again. As you become more well known, and by even writing to me, expect the same. Also, the BFMO and Matt Moneytaker will fly over your house if you find some blood and try to get analyzed in his rented helicopters. This is not the government, but him trying to frighten you off. He did rent a cabin next to the Carter farm and brought a man from Alabama with him. They did in fact shoot at the house once as Fox approached. This did happen, and I can confirm this through the neighbor who rented the place to them. After the law was called for Matt and another man shooting towards their house and endangering the children who were waiting on the school bus with Paul beside them, Janice's husband at the time, he was caught, and they asked Janice if she wished to prosecute. They claimed over and over they were bear hunters and no charges were filed. Matt M. will deny this to the end. He has already told a lady I was working with in DeKalb County who had obtained DNA via blood from a Sasquatch to turn this over to him. He flew a helicopter over her house and then told her that I was crazy, and this is government fixing to come in and threaten them and her son. She never believed me, and although I had the package ready to send to me that day, she did not. She called me all kinds of names for endangering her child. Wow, it can get crazy in this. I'm sorry for disappointing. I used to wonder why several good Bigfoot researchers in the past disappeared over the years, but if you become a real threat, go public, revealing your results, should you obtain them. I am sorry for disappearing, and I used to wonder why several good BF researchers in the past disappeared over the years, but if you become a real threat and go public, revealing your results, should you obtain them, just be aware of what can happen. I've had enough, and I'm old, and I'm very crippled up. Enough said about that. I only wish to open your eyes and help you become aware what will happen if you get good results from DNA. I've been working on a project right now, and I won't have time till next week to dig out their files on backup on the DNA results. I have sent this DNA results to a couple of important folks in the Bigfoot research world, and one paper has been done on this already. Another is on the way. It is slow and painstaking to verify anything related to Bigfoot. Just believe me that I did my utmost to find any information available at all about this rape case. But because the raped girl was a minor and nothing much was presented about her case, even her name not used in the newspapers. The man they thought did this, Janice told me, but it would be very tedious work for me to locate it, but I will try. I do wish to help you in any way that I can. I am weak, but gaining some strength back now, and will do what I can, when I can, and as long as I can help you. Well, my nurse will be here very shortly. I need to go. If I left something unanswered, please put the question back to me so I won't forget again to answer it. Are you doing well? I'm very interested in you, and I hope that you will be able to retain your health in your quest too. I do appreciate your seeing in this all, and hopefully you can accomplish far more than I was able to. God bless, Mary. Maybe we can talk over the telephone sometime again soon. Please stay in touch, and if you don't hear from me, do call. Sometimes I don't have the strength to type an email. Mary. There you go. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out by the words that lady that she was a true kind soul, right? And some of these dark characters went out of their way to basically annihilate her. So, I urge every single one of you out there, if you can, if you ever have the opportunity, to make sure that these people know that you know the truth, okay? That's going to be very, very important. And it's also going to be absolutely important to get that across and get that done so that we can all move forward and get the credibility back to where it is deserved and get all you people honestly informed about this absolute crazy topic.